Man, need Victoria 3 to reduce infamy, so we'll have to deal with a bit of that, but it should be fine. I escalated all the wars and stuff. I can't separate the war between the British that are going on with the Chagatai and our war with the Chagatai, so we're just going to have them happen at the same time and be separated. So the way that this will work is I put in a bunch of basically war demands for both sides, which I'm not actually going to do. I'll just basically role play out and decide on the peace deal after the war, depending on who wins. If we lose, I will not be very lenient with us. We're going to lose basically all our colonies and everything outside of Europe. If we win, we will probably try and break up the Chagatai at this point. So for our war, the way that this is going to go, the two sides are going to be the Chagatai and Lithuania, who has an alliance with them. And it will be us, the Scandinavians, the Ukrainians, the Brazilians, the Egyptians, the Somalians, who we all have alliances with, and then the Americans. The Americans, AI-wise, despite us fighting a war with them just like recently, really want to fight the Chagatai, so they're going to join too. The war is technically balanced. In reality, if the Chagatai mobilize, it will be incredibly brutal, and we have a low chance of success. But if we can do well in the early part of this war, and the Chagatai wait long enough to mobilize, we have a chance here. It will be rough. The Chagatai are terrifyingly strong. Their military is up to date, so it is equal to our own in terms of technology and power. The one thing that they do lack, though, is a navy, and the Lithuanians don't have it either. So the only advantage we have in this war is navally. And considering part of the war will be in Africa, that is a solid advantage. No, Condor, this is a modern Chagatai, so they're fully up to date. They have modern trench military and everything, so they're terrifyingly strong. Just a reminder, folks, yesterday we concluded an incredibly hectic portion. We were on the doorstep of a communist revolution and civil war. The only way we managed to stop that was when we got pulled into a war that Egypt started with the Germans and the British. We made concessions and basically gave worker rights and regulations to the communists in exchange for stopping the civil war. We lost the war of Germany almost immediately. They took northern Italy and we signed a treaty with them. They wanted to get out of the war very quickly because, as you can see, they are now in a full-blown civil war between the hardline communists in their country and then the more like liberal trade unionist republic, which has kind of been reformed into there. We did fight out the war fully with the British and did siege them out again and win that war, though. So what happened after that and how powerful we become, we're the second biggest power now. We are considerable in terms of basically every statistic and consider military as well, is the Chagatai AI did a war goal, which is unique to one of the mods I have on, which is basically a more complicated cut down to size. The war is essentially, we don't like how strong you are. There's a system with a mod I have called the world situation with power status. And we are currently like one of the biggest powers in the world. We're considered the order keeper, which the Chagatai hate. So they're fighting a war to basically destroy our power entirely so that they can retain their status as the complete and total world power, which they've been for quite some time. So this is kind of basically, we've flown too close to the sun, we've gotten very powerful, and now we have to beat Big Daddy Chagatai or we get thrown right back down the fucking stairs. That's what this is right now. This is total war for us. A loss here would result in basically the complete destruction of our country almost entirely. All our colonial and economic and political power will be gone. And then for the Chagatai, since they've started this war, they would know that a failure to win this would result in them being partitioned and loss of all power. So it's the old world power that has existed for hundreds of years, trying to basically stop an up and coming one, which is us. So all or nothing here. The Mongols are still alive because the Chagatai have kept them alive. I mean, the dynasties and the bloodlines are technically related. It's just that the Mongols are Orthodox Christians and the Chagatai are Sunni Muslims, so. The Japanese will not be in the war against us. Technically, the Japanese might actually join and fight against us, but given both us and the Chagatai have alliances with the Japanese, the way it's going to work is the Japanese will go to war with Britain in their war, but they're not going to be fighting us because we have good relations with them, so they'll stay out of it. So that's the state of affair. This will be total war. We're going to fully mobilize. Our economy is in horrible shape. We have 100 million in debt right now, which we're going to have to basically try and negotiate around as we fight out another giant war. The reason we got all that debt to begin with was a world war just like this, so this is going to be rough. I don't know if we're going to win or not. Simply put, we may lose. And if we lose, we're going to be in a pretty rough shape. Alrighty. Should I have everything fully mobilized? We're not going to conscript yet. That we are going to try and avoid. So obviously, strategically, this war is really rough for Ukraine. The biggest issue to start off with is the fact that Ukraine is sandwiched in between two of the Chagatai's powers. Lithuania and the Chagatai are both at war, and Ukraine is squished right in between. They have a huge military, so supporting them is probably our biggest priority at the start of this war. If they fall, this is going to be a very tough war. One of our biggest allies will just be knocked out immediately, so we basically have to hold. Our biggest strategic priority is probably, like the last Great War, knocking out the allies of our enemies. So going after the Lithuanians is probably our biggest goal. They have a pretty good sized military, and if they conscript, they'll have a huge one. So they also have fascists in their government, apparently. Nice. The other fronts are basically all colonial. To even attempt to fight the Chagatai, we have to do a naval landing, which will not be easy, or we have to push out of Ukraine or Scandinavia. So, this is the tough part. I'm going to send our two major generals to basically push the Lithuanians. One to push the Lithuanians, one to try and hold against the Chagatai. The rest of them we're going to send to Africa to try and win that front. I have no soldiers. I'm just going to fire these guys. They are doing nothing but taking up bureaucracy. Ugol Michelior Fardella for our North African general. Let's promote him. Him we are going to send to Madagascar. And that is about it. We get one general from the Nile as well. We'll go with Paolo Mazzoni, and we'll send him to the north of Madagascar as well. If we can hold the southern front there, we should be okay, for a while at least. Navally, where's all the Czechoslovakia's trade coming through? Probably over in the Malacca Strait would be my guess. A lot there. 63,000. We can knock out their trade, that'll be huge. Yeah, the choke point we have to hit and we have to win is Java. If we can control the Java trade hub, we'll be looking pretty good here, actually. Oh, he's about to navally invade the Hawaiian Islands because we have a rebellion there. We'll send Gallo there for now. And then when Smaducci is done with us taking back Hawaii, we're going to go ahead and send him to Java. Cut off all their trade there. What territorial changes would happen? I haven't fully decided yet, so we'll decide that at the end. It'll be major. I mean, this will be the biggest war in the Grand Campaign so far in terms of the peace deal, and will basically entirely shape the game going into Hoi 4. So, this is big. If we die here, I am going to fuck us pretty hard. If we lose, I will fuck us very hard. We will struggle if we lose. Alrighty. Well, let's do this. The war starts in, I think, around 2 weeks. 19 days. I didn't turn off Yes Men, though, did I? Fuck, I have to restart. Yeah. Alright, hold on. One last thing. I have to restart, because I still have a command on I need to turn off. Thank you to follow. Thirsty. No, we're not going to conscript immediately. We have a professional army. Countries that have professional armies do not want to conscript. I mean, obviously, in the First Great War, we never conscripted the whole time, so we're going to seek to do the same thing. If we have to, we will. But it will be, I'd say, probably like the first 4 months of the war, which will dictate how we move forward. If we just get destroyed on all sides and we are not holding anything and our allies are losing, we will conscript. Probably at the 5-month mark would be my guess. Condor, I'm going to be using a mod that gives them all better focus trees, but yeah. If you change the tags, any country that has a tag that fits Hoi 4 will get the focus tree. So if France going into Hoi 4, I believe, has the FRA tag, you can turn on their focus tree, but you have to do a bit of modding. So as I said, there'll be a couple weeks before I move on to Hoi 4 when we're done, so I can fix all that. If we do run with the Italian focus tree in Hoi 4, I am going to be changing Mussolini's name and profile picture to that fascist parliamentarian we have in our country right now. Just saying. So instead of Mussolini being the big fascist for the focus tree, it'll be Amaducci, or whatever his name is. The one who was pushing for women's rights and wants us to go fascist. Starting bus to D-bus, I don't think so. I think they're completely reset, Condor. I could be wrong. I would save it out and change a lot of them. That's what I'll do. As I said, to get Hoi 4 ready for us when we save translate, I'll probably sit down and do edits for that for a while. That'll take me the better part of a day. Alrighty. I think we're about good. Damn, so World War I happened in, like, what was it, 1908, and now World War II is essentially happening in 1921. We're a little early to the game. We may end up having a World War III in Hoi 4 as well, so we'll see. I mean, this isn't a total world war, but it's pretty fucking close with the amount of nations currently fighting and the level of the powers. Then this will be a total war too, so. Alrighty. Do I have to redo all the fucking generals again? I do. Fuck. Alright, hold on. Bear with me. I wouldn't call it a world war. It was all in Europe. World wars require like a total level, like total mobilization, and they need to actually be like a world war, not just in Europe, in my opinion. And I think definitionally too. Fordella. Given how Eurocentric Paradox games are, they'd probably agree with you though. Looks good. Are they going to go ahead and mobilize? Let's see if they do. I think they might. The Irish are revolting! What? Holy fuck. After we, like, fucked up Britain and they're about to be declared war by the Chagatai, the Irish are revolting. Look at that flag. Oh my god, base. President John Fitzgerald is currently fighting, German troops in Britain. Yeah, the Germans and the British are fighting against the Irish who are revolting. All right, here we go. We're gonna have to carry this war, though. We've got the biggest army besides Ukraine. As I said before, whether or not the Chagatai conscript will decide everything. Our troops aren't arriving on time either. That's gonna be rough. Ukraine's conscripting. We did land in Hawaii, and we did occupy the island, I think. Yep. No, Somalia occupied it. All right, let's send Smaducci to Moluccas then to start raiding. I'm going to go way slower for this as well, given how important this is. It's got to be in theme, Scythe. No. Not playing that during the Great War. Got to be in theme. The Chagatai's armies are so strong. They're destroying Ukraine there. Look at the quality difference between Ukraine soldiers and the Chagatai soldiers. They are defending, which is easier, but even then... Fuck. Let's try and make a push here. Oh, okay. Our troops are moving really weird here. Is it bugging out or something? What is going on? Cambodia, Ingria front, so he should be here. Oh, that's Ingria. Okay, he is there. Good. We gotta do something here. Ukraine's just gonna get completely capitulated if we don't. I haven't min-maxed authority. Because a lot of it, basically all of it is on our consumption taxes, which we literally need to survive right now. Our economy will not float without them. We're winning in Africa. Our troops are technically better right now, from the looks of things. We have two of our main generals currently in northern Ukraine, and they are going to attempt to start pushing back the Chagatai here. The Mongols are starting to conscript. They're doing it slowly, though. Just a heads up. The Americans are in East Africa. We have dreadnoughts. Big. Not that we really need a big navy right now, but still. We'll send Torlonia to Sumatra. Yeah, we can fucking hold. Oh, we can hold. Our militaries are very equal in terms of general quality, for the most part. Yeah, Brazil's just forever loyal. They're staying with us here in the war. Tech-wise, let's work on more military innovations, obviously, given where we're at. The game doesn't crash here. Go for war propaganda. That'd make a lot of sense right now. A war of this scale. They seem to have stopped their advance for now. They are important, but that's meta just to rush it. I mean, I'm using out-of-game knowledge to rush it. I'm not going to do that. Oh, shit. The Japanese landed in Britain. They're fighting against the British for some reason. Why are they fighting each other? Oh, the Chagatai-British War. They're trying to cut down the size of the British as well, and Japan landed. 80 years after the Japanese failed invasion on the shores of fucking southern England, they have landed. They did finally get their revenge. So Britain's gonna fall again. That's where all the Chagatai's armies right now. That's why this is not as hard as I thought it would be. All their armies are fighting Britain at the moment. Oh boy, we gotta push hard, we gotta push quick here. I don't think the Emperor's leading it. A little too based. Do we have enough planes? Fuck no, we don't. But we don't have enough resources of anything, basically, except basic military goods. $800 more munitions. We actually have enough planes, ironically. 800 more munitions. Oil. We need more artillery. We're massively raiding their convoys in Java. Look how many... We cut down their trading convoys from 60,000 to 20,000 by cutting off the Malacca Strait. Arguably one of the most strategic zones in the world for like military and especially economics in the modern world is the Strait of Malacca. Primarily right here, but also this general area, because all trade coming out of China and Asia has to go through here to get to Africa and Europe. Unless they want to go way across the Pacific, which is not nearly as useful. We are doing well in Africa. Good, the general we sent to Malacca pushed. Yeah, the British president is the one leading the army, it seems. President Gregory Palliser, a revolutionary socialist, and he appears to be somewhat of a competent commander, not amazing. Oh god, look at the Chagatai's defense. Not as high as ours, but pretty damn high. A bunch of my browsers here to speed this up. How are we doing in Madagascar? Good. We are defeating their armies, mainly because they have not sent their huge ones yet. Again, I think a lot of those are still fighting the British. We did completely lose northern Madagascar, though. Oh, fuck. We just lost Bulgaria? Bulgaria and Kosovo just pieced out of the war. And somehow walked away independent. How the fuck? That's some victory bullshit. Kosovo and Bulgaria just dipped out of the war, I guess. I mean, roleplay-wise, they probably, I guess, would have, like, tried to get independence by joining the Chagatai, which means they should be at war with us, but victory things. What? No idea. The war's still ongoing. Connor, I think the more likely option is that we lose this war, yes. But still needs to be fought. No, the war is still ongoing. I don't know what that was about. That was just some victory madness. Ignore it. Got a very big army there now. And there's a play now for another war. Oh, it's bugging out, dude, isn't it? I have no idea what victory's doing right now. Well, the Japanese are joining on our side, I guess, so I don't know. I guess there's gonna be two wars at once. As long as we can just keep fighting the war and I can just save it, all this stuff, I don't care. Yeah, I guess we're fighting two wars with the Chagatai. More blood. We can request Great War reparations, because apparently, did we lose or win a Great War? I can't tell. Nope. Who knows? No, you can't switch two wars into one. At least I've never been able to figure out how to do that. I'm not aware of a way to do that. Fuck. We're trying to push back the Chagatai here, and it's not going very well. Well, we are going to win that, but that's a defense. I'm going to shift troops to the Lithuanian front here as soon as I get this general freed up. What's up, Titus? Are you still going to do the reply to Spudgun, or is that postponed indefinitely? I am going to do it. As I said for a while, it's been half written. I'm probably going to release that when 1.5 comes out, I think is when I'm going to push that out. Because in terms of videos upcoming, I promised to do a tutorial video for the Crusader Wars mod. I promised to get out a bunch of tutorials for Millennium Dawn's update, which I have to get done. And then I have to try and find a way to also keep the current campaigns going. But I think I can probably get the Spud Gun response out, I'd say in November. I think. It depends. I'm also finally starting that new job this week, guys, so I will have less time for everything, essentially. I really don't know how I'll be able to do, like, video making after the job, depending on how intense it is and how much energy I have in the week and stuff like that. That's the thing. So we'll see. God, look at our deficit now. Fucking hell. This is gonna bankrupt us, this war. Confirmed data response. That's an expectation. I hope I will get it out by them. I do not know. You sound like all the people commented on my victory video, taking everything out of context. Beautiful. All right, we are struggling now in Africa as well. They sent a large force there. We're just gonna have to try and hold this front. Lithuania is beginning to suffer here, so that's good. Let's shift up front. We're going to let the Ukrainians hold here. I think they should be able to. I've been so confused with the state of this war right now. It's fucking chaotic. Essentially, it's like a two-way fight with the Lithuanians and the Chagatai to hold Ukraine, our big ally in the war. And then it's just fighting in Eastern and Western Africa and Madagascar. We won the front in the Malacca region, and our navy has control of the Southeast Asian Sea, so all the fighting is contained to Africa and Eastern Europe right now. It's just a brutal attempt to stop Ukraine from falling, because if they fall, we lose basically half the forces fighting against the Chagatai. They've got 360,000 men. Next to us, they're the only other major power in this war. What's up, Peter? Yeah, I have tried out 1.5. I really like it. It needs a lot of work, and there's a lot of bugs that they have not been working on in game updates that are needed, but it looks good for the most part. Meteor shower during the middle of the war. General Michel Costa's personal habits are starting to get in the way of his role as general. He's a cocaine addict bandit. He's not very well liked. He is honorable. All right. First poll of the campaign. You are all members of the military staff deciding whether or not General Michel Costa is about to get fired. I'll do a little short 2-minute poll while I go to the bathroom. If Twitch will let me. That'd be lovely. He is a veteran from the last Great War, and he has been competent before, but his habits are getting quite out of hand, so feel free to decide his fate. I will be right back. We are not going to fire him. Despite his cocaine addiction and his clear plundering of all valuables he finds on the campaign trail, we will be keeping him. He is too valuable. Back to it. I have redeployed our force into the Western Front with the Lithuanians to try and knock them out of the war here, leaving the Ukrainians to hopefully be able to hold the line so that they don't make it to Kiev. Our other army in the north is doing good. They've pushed them entirely out of Ingria and Novgorod, and are pushing them back to their own border. So we're doing a bit of a risky play here, but we kind of have to. Yeah, there's a lot of Russian and Ukrainian artwork that's going to disappear, I think, under his command. I think that'd be a pretty safe bet, wouldn't you? We're going to start some naval invasions too at some point. We've completely occupied central Chagatai territories in Africa. We are now still only fighting in their western ones, in Madagascar, and then in the east. Let me get a quick save as well, so I can come back to this for videos. I'll make things easier. We are going to push them there. I think we're going to win Madagascar too. The only area we are really struggling in right now is Ukraine. It's so close. If the Chagatai push again here on this front, Ukraine is going to be cut in half. Big battle. Which we are not winning. Holy fuck. The battle of in Latvia. 360,000 allied troops are currently fighting against 100,000 Chagatai men who are almost surrounded, and they are losing. That's what you get when you have one of the Egyptian generals in charge. Who the fuck gave him command? Not even a real trained general. It's one of the royal Egyptian family who's been given a general status due to nepotism, expensive taste, and a psychological affliction. He's got like schizophrenia or PTSD, and he's leading one of the most important battles of the war so far. Average monarchist right there. Holy fuck. Are our forces engaged? They're not. Let's move him to another front then. We'll let the Egyptians slaughter themselves there in Lithuania. We are going to win that battle as well, another defensive one. So hard to figure out what's going on with the peace deals considering there's 2 wars. I thought Ukraine was just knocked out of the war, but they are not. They're fine. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. They're still in the big war. Wait, are they? Yeah, they're still in one of the wars. They're not in both of them now. Not needlessly complicated at all. Don't worry. Where do our generals get thrown to as well? He's there. This is looking good in Africa. Somalia left the war. One of the wars, not both of them. Oh, fuck, we lost another push in Ingria. It might be worth bringing the fleet to try and navally invade Lithuania and the Baltic, because we do have control of it. Honestly, I think that's probably even more valuable than raiding the Chinese right now. Or the Chagatai. Yeah, let's go for it. What general is that we have available to us? Garcia. We're going to bring his forces back to St. Petersburg, and from there prepare and wait for the Navy to hit the western coastline of Lithuania. I'm going to send our other Navy to keep raiding the Sea of Java as well, and allow their shipping lanes to recover. We're doing a lot of economic damage to the Chagatai a bit right now. Let's look. Not really. It's costed us way more money than it's costed them, actually. The Americans have spent 13 million on military goods, and the Egyptians have spent 15 million. We actually have not spent as much as them, ironically, despite having the largest military in the war. Probably because we have, like, we're producing everything we need, and they aren't. Oh no, Ukraine's gonna get pushed again. We have the numbers, we're just not winning battles. All these incompetent officers from these fucking monarchies. Chagatai are many things, but what they aren't are... Their general staff is very good. They're not just like making their king and heir fight all the battles. They actually have a good general staff. Ukraine and Egypt don't. Never mind, the king is literally fighting the battle in Ingria. General Michel Imbriani, the hero of the First Great War, is currently locked in combat with King Ismail Shaybanid in eastern Ingria, and we are losing. At least the Egyptian prince is gonna win here this time in Latvia. Lithuania just pieced out one of the wars. I'm not sure which it was. We landed in Poland. Beautiful. Garcia landed. They had no soldiers waiting for us there. See how far we can push. Fuck Ukraine peace. They got to the capital. The Chagatai rushed the capital of Ukraine and pushed them out. Oh no, we lost our biggest ally in the war. That's 400,000 troops who we just lost. We gotta hope this push in Lithuania succeeds or we're in trouble. Come on, Garcia! Imbriani is technically surrounded here. No, Scandinavia is still in the war. God, we're gonna have to just try and hold this line. We can't push it anymore. The right just won the election in Italy. Whoa. Huge shift in the politics of Italy. Due to the communist uprising and the war, the right has dominated in the elections. We're gonna keep our coalition government with the left, though. I mean, that would be most of the country united. This is basically a wartime government, so we won't shift the political nature of our current ruling party, but the right now does dominate and are in control again. A lot of political response to recent events, that's for sure. The Second Great War has brought them right back into power. I mean, they were the ones that won the First Great War. People would remember that. How's the war going elsewhere? We still are struggling in North Africa. We are now starting to struggle in Madagascar. Let's try another little tricky maneuver here. We still winning the Battle of Latvia? We are. Yes, good. The general, I think, was killed in combat, though. No one knows who's in charge. But while the forces of Lithuania are stuck in that giant battle, Somalia's out of the war, too. Lithuania did just piece out of the war. We made it to their capital, their forces locked in battle in Latvia, and we forced them to drop out of the war. We did lose Somalia, though. Fuck, we have to fight all those fronts now. We are running out of allies way too quickly. Chagatai are proposing a white peace. Absolutely not. They've gotten us in this war and we're gonna fucking fight it. Brazilians are holding in Ingria. Beautiful. Let's redeploy Garcia to Western Africa and see if we can make a push there. Lithuania immediately wants a trade deal with us. Absolutely not. We are free trade, but even then. Conservatives express their concerns about the government favoring business interests. Too bad. Ah. Oh. Let's switch to trying to hold this front here. Pushing is not an option, but holding may be. Fuck, we need to get troops there. We need them now. Days. Oh god, we have no troops there. They're just pushing so quickly. Egypt's got troops there at least. That doesn't matter. There we go. 41. We're about to get there. Stop the bleeding. Scandinavia pieced out of the war. Who is even left fighting with us at this point? Brazil pieced out of the war. Just us, the Americans, and the Fatmans. People are dropping left and right. Holy fuck. Team Takedown Chagatai is falling apart again. Completely. At least we only have the African fronts to hold for now. The Chagatai are encircled. Oh. I thought that was a Japanese flag. It changed. We've got 150,000 Chagatai soldiers surrounded here, but I don't know if we can push them out. We're holding. Go bold and try and land in the Chagatai's lands. We gotta win Africa first, though. That's the thing. We have to. We're gonna land Imbriani in the southern region of Chagatai's territories in the west, so you can take off pressure. Is Africa the war goal that's giving all the exhaustion? I don't think so. Torlonia has become a flying ace. Why do we have so much fucking war exhaustion? That is a good question. Casualties primarily. Radicals and casualty count. They're trying to take Bulgaria from us as well. I just noticed that. I am going to try and peace deal the second war though, so this doesn't get even more bugged. So let me get a save just so it doesn't bug and try and peace out, do a white peace on the second war. Because I still don't understand why that got started. All right, good. So we're only in one war against them now. I added it as a war goal ace so that hopefully they wouldn't just immediately peace out, was my intention there. All the war goals that you see in there are completely different from what the peace deal will actually look like. Either way. We have them surrounded. The last pocket of resistance. Beautiful. If we win this, and the Americans occupied Malacca, I'm gonna get us to try and land on the Kutai as well, and cut off all those resources to their economy. If we can win in West Africa, we have to win this first. Because if we don't, they could easily push into North Africa and destroy our economy, because a lot of it is still there. Organized sports. Here we go. Taking war score in a couple weeks. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to stop that either. It's so fucked. It does not make any sense for there to be a peace right now. Like, there's no reason that a total war situation like this would go that way. I can use commands if necessary. There's a command to change the war exhaustions amount, so I'll have to do an edit if that happens. And load the autosave and just fix it that way. Because this is a total war. This is a world war, right? It'll be total loss or total victory for one side. And I do know how I can save it at this if we have to. If we bankrupt, though, that'll be an immediate game over, though. We will have to peace out. It is moving so quick, isn't it? It's so ridiculous. Maybe it's because we need to hold more war goals or something. This just shows how much they need to rework the war exhaustion system, though. I mean, 1.5 will improve things, but it is so bad. We landed in Ghana, but can't make any ground there. We can't beat the Chagatai's armies in West Africa. Oh yeah, there's a lot they gotta work on. What's up, Roosh? Change our military tactics for the war. Go less defensive, because we need to start pushing. Oof. Rough day, man. Oh my god, we cannot push them at all. At least we're not running a deficit anymore. Small victories. Yeah, it did force us to peace out. All right, I'm going to load the autosave, and I'm going to do an edit for war exhaustion. That's annoying. I'm just going to have to keep doing it, essentially, to keep us in this war. Love you, Victoria 3. Love you so much. When is it time to conscript? When we aren't winning anymore. And we are winning right now, at least slowly. We're winning like at a World War I rate, but we are winning battles here and pushing. It's just very slow, and we're losing so many people. I don't know if you guys have seen the casualty count. It's very high. It's a lot of fun. It's a good game, but it needs a lot of work. If money isn't for an issue for you and you buy games because you want to, not because like you kind of have to pick and choose, get Victoria 3 and have fun with it. If like, you know, buying games is significant enough economically to you that you have to consider which ones you buy and don't buy, don't get Victoria 3. I wouldn't buy it. That's my general recommendation. If you have money to throw around, like you've got a good job, you know, in life and you're chilling and game money, not a big deal. Sure, buy Victoria 3, it's fun. But I know for a lot of people, including myself when I was younger especially, you really have to pick and choose what games you spend your money on, you know? There are better games out there, so don't get Vic 3 in. Yeah, if you get it really cheap on sale, I'd say if you get it underneath like, you know, 30 bucks, 20 bucks right now, it might be worth it. I did turn on debug, I think. Let me see. Should be on. Unless I was dumb and didn't turn it on. I was dumb and didn't turn it on. All right, one moment. I thought I already had it. pre-ordered Vic 3. I've only played 20 hours total since launch. I played it only at launch though. That's fair. A lot of people are like that. I really do enjoy it. I do like it. I like it with mods especially, but it's not a perfect game by any means. Open more fronts, true, but we just did that in Ghana and we immediately got stuck. So we have to be careful. With all our little armies, I'm about to open up some more fronts in Kutai and then in Asia and stuff like that as well. Try and knock out more of the Chagatai's colonies. The general problem with the war features of this game aren't that the mechanics are innately bad. They're solid. It's just that it was launched with so many bugs which were clearly just skipped because they wanted to launch it early. I mean, like on launch, I think for many people it's so clear that, and certainly for me, that there were so many bugs that you know that they knew about. Like there's all these bugs that still exist and a lot of them have been patched thankfully, but especially on launch. You know all those bugs they knew about and they still chose to launch it, which is why I have so much disrespect towards the company for what they did. Because they knew about a lot of those bugs. The problem is, and I've ranted about this before, people then take that and be like, well, these mechanics are bad, period. They're bad ideas. They're not bad ideas, we've just never been able to play them without a plethora of fucking issues and bugs and a lack of like it being fleshed out. It isn't because the developers and people who had these ideas didn't want to do it. It's because the company didn't allow them to do it. It's fucking bullshit. All right, let me find the command. What I think I'm gonna have to do is max out the war support. I think that would allow us to survive here. It's gonna give us enough that we can stay in the war for a while. And we can max that out at 100. Okay. Am I really gonna have to just do this over and over again? I might. It's a pain in the ass. But if we need to do it for the war, fuck it. I really like Wiz, IMC. I won't lie, I do like Wiz. I don't agree with the hatred on Wiz. I do like him, I like the mechanics he makes. Again, there's a lot of like developers who I don't really view in a negative light. It's because I really do think a lot of like their hands are tied a lot of the times with things. They're very good ideas they can't actually put out very well half the time because the company doesn't let them. That's how I view it nowadays. I think a lot of things get blamed on the developers when it's really just the corporate people who we don't know because they're not the public face of the company who fuck over creative decisions for profits, and then, you know, people like Wiz get the flack for it. That's kind of how I view it, frankly. I do really like Hoi 4. I stream it. I used to stream it almost exclusively. I don't do it as much nowadays, but I do really like Hoi. Yeah, we're gonna be doing Hoi in the Grand Campaign right after this, so not today, but in general, we will save translate. Oh boy. All right, naval invasion. Let's hit Kutai with the forces of what's in Bruschetti. We're not at war with Kutai. Okay. Let's knock out Taiwan. Super shitty. Yeah, well, this war, it may actually, I think it'll go for another 5 years or so would be my guess. The Americans are losing to the Chagatai in Madagascar as well. We really got to knock out their trading vessels. We'll go Giuseppe Peliocapa. We actually got the Suez Canal! Holy fuck, it's been like ridiculous like all game. We finally got enough employees in the Suez Canal to get the event. My god, that took way too long. We actually got the Suez Canal event. Beautiful. That took all of Victoria 3, but it's fine. Does Germany have fascists? That I don't know. The Civil War is over, by the way. The Republic won. They do have, no, anarchists. They don't have fascists. Not in major amounts, at least. Does anyone in Europe actually have a large fascist contingent? 91 British fascists. 46,000 Scandinavian fascists. 70,000 Castellan fascists. We've actually got quite a few in our country, not gonna lie at this point. 72,000 fascists in Italy. What about the Chagatai? Do they have any? Oh my god, they do. 300,000 fascists in the Chagatai. Not in America. Fuck, we're gonna lose. All right. We still can't dislodge those defenders in Madagascar too. The wiser move, I think, is just to hold here and let them try and push out and slaughter themselves doing so. I think we're gonna try that while we continue to raid their convoys to hopefully make it so they won't get any more supplies there. The amount of soldiers currently fighting in southern Somalia is insane as well. All right, next poll of the day. You are all military advisors, generals, or scientists at a meeting in Sassari deciding on what technology we are going to pursue and put all the funds of the Empire into to win the war. Gentlemen, what do we need to win this war? We've got several options here. This will be a very short poll too. I'm going to make it 2 minutes long. We can pursue better troop training. We can expand defensive works. Flamethrowers. Plane advances. Or a proposal involving some form of gas on the battlefield. What are we doing? What will be the technology to win the war? We need something, that's for damn sure. It's painful, but I'm not going to click any of them. You can do another tech while we wait. We do need to start holding these fronts. We've lost so many men pushing. What are the casualty counts at? We've lost 500,000. They've lost only 340,000. Because we've been pushing the whole war, basically. That's the main reason. We're attempting to land in Taiwan, and we are not going to be able to land there. They've defended the island from us. We haven't signed the Geneva Conventions yet. It's a whole thing. I never clicked the button, so we never signed the Geneva Convention. We never did that. To clarify. Fuck, we're gonna fail landing in Taipei completely then. Chagatai have proposed white peace again. We are not going to be accepting. Gas it is. Alrighty. Made an uprising. I think the Japanese did. We're fighting with them. Chemical warfare. We get it in 3 years if we're still fighting this war. The PM that it gives is fucking crazy if I remember too. Let me look. Yep, chemical weapons specialist for barracks. Kill rate 35%. Devastation plus 75%. We would kill a lot of them, which we fucking need to. Alright, let's try another naval landing with a bigger force this time. That was Smaduchi who landed too, wasn't it? No, it was Brachetti. Okay. We're gonna try and land with Garcia this time. Let's hit the Indian holdings, the Chagatai. See if we can hold them in that choke point between the Miwar. The Americans are winning! Somehow! Whoa! His name is literally General Howald Buff. Charismatic, popular commander. He's an evangelical American. Now we're getting pushed out of Ghana too. They, I think they do, yes, if I remember right. If not, I can just manually make some. Hey, he's literally General Buff. A new promising pilot has proven himself in the air battles in the current war. His name is Fernando Gio. Pilot, charismatic, brave. You're damn fucking right. He's gonna be a general in the Nile. Let's get rid of the other one. He is way better. Wish there was an easier way to do this. Oh, we had one. Oh, because they split. That's why it's smaller. He's an ethno-nationalist in the military. Whoa. He's very capable. Let's give him a promotion. We landed in the Orissa. Let's send Gio to India as well. Give him a chance to prove himself. I don't know what you're talking about, Scythe. No idea. Oh, the Americans are going to win the battle in Madagascar too. General Augusta Real Balou A also charismatic brave pilot is currently pushing out the last holdout of the Chagatai's army in Madagascar. Where we failed, the Americans have succeeded yet again. Embarrassing. No such success there. Emperor Ficomont himself is fighting in West Africa. Hopefully he doesn't get malaria. And he is currently losing. Is that the king or the heir? Let me see. That's literally the king. The king himself. Or emperor, I should say. Mikhail de Ficomont. He's wrathful, he's got a psychological affliction, and he's scarred. Speaking of wrathful people with probably a lot of mental issues, Fernando Torres is still doing pretty well. He's 14 now. Trade deal with the Americans. Yes. We've reconciled, I guess, fighting the Chagatai together. He's traditionalist too, I didn't realize that. He opposes all women's reforms past giving them property rights. And he wishes for state religion. Yes, it is, YOLO. I mean, we're fighting the Great War, so it's fitting. All right, how are our military goods? We need more munitions. We need more oil, but we can't get more oil. So that means let's focus on the bigger issue, which is electricity and engines. If only we had more oil. So it appears we could be producing more than we currently are. Let me go change some PMs here. I'm gonna follow ethos. There we go. Should balance out all of our regular equipment. Then we just need the last of the munitions. Do we have full PMs on those? Do not. Therein would be the problem. Beautiful. And we have even less munitions now. God damn it! The fuck did I do wrong? All right, we put them on assembly lines, and now we have a giant surplus. Good. I'm not going to question that. We don't have electricity to run them, but if it works, it works. We need way more opium, too. Imported from the Lithuanians. But our trade routes, too. We haven't done that in a while. From the Americans, the Japanese. Oh my god, people are gonna actually buy our fucking fertilizer. Thank Jesus. Remember shoving that old CD into the compy and booting up the game? Oh, from way back in the day, 42? I'm actually playing Battlefield 1, not Battlefield 1942. I remember getting Battlefield 1942 on like the Xbox, like way back in the day, the 360, man. Long time ago. That was a good game. Still wonder he's doing women's rights since he has classic champion of women's rights in this timeline with him on the field. Fascist. Oh boy. You mean the Amaduchi, right? Our resident agitator who looks like Lenin, fascist Lenin. All right, back to the war. We are pushing them. We've pushed them all the way up to that gap I wanted to there. We are going to win too. All right, let's open up another front. Let's do Southeast Asia. Let's send Geo. See what he's made of. He's a war hero. See if he can even land. I will have to go do another save edit to keep us in this war though. Because it's so fucking bugged. Like I said, if our debt ever maxes out or like we take just ridiculous insane casualties, I will force us to have a peace, but the game's making us do it far too subjectively without really good reason. Because we're kind of winning right now, if you can call what we're doing winning, given we've lost 500,000 people and over 1 million are wounded. But we are taking ground, you know, so. I feel like Victory with its diplomatic plays and whatnot would be a better baseline for a Cold War mod. There's one already being made for it, YOLO. It looks pretty good so far. I think Victory would be great for Millennium Dawn mod as well. I really hope that at some point the Millennium Dawn devs decide to make one for Vic. I think it'd be amazing. They could do so much more with it. I understand the mod that they have for Hoi 4 is great, and they don't want to change, you know, and do something else, but fuck, it would be so good. To never save as well. And yeah, it will be 1,000 cuts, Gargina. It's about the only way we win this. Garcia is pushing further into India. We're almost in all the wetlands there up in the northeast. The Chagatai have planes too, don't they? Oh, fuck. Aerial dogfights, World War I style, in the middle of India. You can see them flying around, look. General Bourne. Australian holdings, that's a very good call, Aces. We'll go for that after hopefully Geo lands in Siam. We can push this. They pulled out a bunch of their troops in Madagascar. Well, let's push them out here entirely. That'd be big. Our economy's recovered though. We really dropped down earlier in the war, but before the war, but we are recovering-ish for the moment. No, it doesn't IMC. 1.5 will change a lot of that though. What do we really need right now? Opium's really making this war expensive, but engines are more strategically important for the war effort. Let's work on motor industry. For gas attack, we need the tech. We're working on it right now. I could rush some more universities because we actually don't have a ton of them. I've purposely tried not to spam those. Oh, we might have a civil war again. God damn. What do they want this time? They're not even, they want universal suffrage. They want universal voting rights. The radical left coalition and the communists are all demanding universal voting rights in our country, or they're gonna launch a revolution. Oh fuck, in like 2 months too. Oh man. We kind of have to give it to them, don't we? This is such an existential war. We can't drop out of this. Because we would lose everything to the Chagatai if we lose this war. Under the leadership of Achille Milano, the radical movement is becoming widespread in Italy. Whether we support or oppose them, the heralds a time of great change and reaction. We're going to try and hold on with the conservative establishment. I have to do another save it again in a moment just to keep our war exhaustion up. Geo did land in Southeast Asia. Wonderful. Let's land with Belzone in Australia. God, like, this war is winnable, but if we get a civil war, it's all over. Everything's over. We would lose everything outside of Italy. We'd lose everything outside of mainland Italy, and we'd probably end up being communist or radical left. So, because I don't know if we could even get our armies back in time to hold Italy. I would say that he will. Fernando Torres is wrathful. He doesn't fuck around. He's very conservative. He's a very angry young man after both his father and grandfather were murdered by radical communists. I don't think he's a half-measure kind of guy, personally, from what I've seen. Let's hope we get troops there in time. Probably not. 60 days. Nope, we're just going to have to hold what we have. Another civil war in Germany. The liberals, the anarchists, and the village interests are revolting against the conservative government which has taken power in Germany. Pure chaos in the north. Hopefully we might see the end to the radical German government here, though. Though with the current state of ethno-nationalism in Europe, we may have a bigger problem to deal with the Germans. Good, we're winning. Wage protests. Just if I forget to make the save edits before we get to 100%, I'm going to grab that save. I think this front is bugged, I think. No. No, it is bugged. If I navally invade it, I think it'll knock them out of the war and we'll win it. It's a little bit cheesy, but since it's a bugged front, I'm going to do it. Sign with Costa and Mekong. Oh, we've got them on the run there. Do a northern landing then. Nope, not Garcia. God damn it. He's gonna teleport away. No. Oh, there we go. Good, good. Okay. We land in Australia. A voice for liberalism currently on the rise has resonated with the trade unionists. I don't know what to make of this new style of politics. It seems tactless to make demands this recklessly. When one argues with the premises for the constitutes political tact are themselves flawed, a bit of tactlessness can help drive the home point. A new radical in charge of the trade unionists. Fuck. Too extreme! Fuck, we got an agitator. We have Corcano Peranti, a charismatic inspirational order who's trying to push for universal suffrage. We now have a fascist agitator and a trade unionist agitator in our country, just making everything more complicated. The climbing losses at the front have led to murmurs and mutiny spreading amongst the soldiery. If action isn't taken soon, the situation may become critical. Arrest any doing so. We are opening that exhibition in Sardinia right now. The completely tone-deaf one that is happening. Alright, I have to go make that edit now to keep us in a war. I'm not using this also to like make something unrealistic, by the way. I just want to clarify that again. This isn't me just like breaking realism to keep us in the war. The victory war mechanics are just so broken and in need of fixing, you basically have to do save edits if you want your game to reflect anything interesting. Because otherwise countries just peace out for really, really dumb reasons. In a total war, a great war scenario like this, they're not going to drop out unless they have to. If we get a civil war or something, that's a different case. And thank you for the follow, TD. No one likes trade unionists. In our country, I think you are very correct in that statement. Except for all the trade unionists, and there are millions of them technically. Brazil pieced out of the war. They're having a tough time, Snow, but they're still all right, still around. Been a rough war for them, that's for sure. They unified their country, expelling the colonizers in South America. Yeah, for the most part. They were originally our colony, and then they were taken when the Byzantines went colonial and warred us, and then the Byzantines took Brazil from us. And then when Byzantium was getting partitioned after their government went radical leftist at the time in EU4, and they were getting partitioned by the Germans and the Egyptians, the Brazilian declared an independence war and got independence entirely, and they've been expanding and taking more land from colonizers ever since, so. They've done very well. They've been our ally, one of our longest allies, I think, for a while here too, at this point. Their culture is both Greek, Italian, South American native, and I think there's some French in there too, because the French had some of those lands. It's a really weird mix. The cultural makeup of like the Americas in this timeline is just fucking wild. We looked at it a little bit yesterday. But mainly Italian and Greek. Latin culture, if I remember right. Alrighty. Beautiful. I love Victoria 3. Okay, that solves our problem. For now. Hesse is still around, and yes, Hesse is still a slave state. God, even they have a new duke now. Ferdinand Bellum, their new king, is also a slaver like his father. Expensive taste, wrathful explorer, military officer. His daughter is a radical liberal pacifist. If he dies, his daughter is gonna hopefully ban slavery. She seems a lot more chill. But yeah, they are still a slave state. Germans enslaving other Germans and sometimes Poles. Yeah, though they're a CK3 dynasty, still around. They have a slave trade. Most of their economy is based on slavery, still. Yeah, slaves. 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 But at least they have an heir who's going to actually change things. Anyway, back to the Great War. We've pushed all the way through Southeast Asia now with our allies. I think the Americans have a bunch of soldiers here with us too. This is going better than I expected, but they haven't conscripted yet, to be fair. No, they actually have started to. 1,300 soldiers. We have more right now, though. They really need to conscript more. Just to make this more realistic, I'm going to do something real quick. Unless they just can't sustain it. They might not be able to. They have 1,000 aircraft? What the fuck? Oh my god, they are almost bankrupt. That's why they're not conscripting. They must have started this war with a ton of debt. Why the fuck did they declare on us? We don't, okay, I'm not gonna mess with the Chagatai. Roleplay wise, we don't know they're about to bankrupt though. Everyone pretend you didn't see that. I was gonna go manually make them conscript more soldiers, but that would break their economy, so I'm not gonna do that. That makes a lot of sense. They're literally just Hail Marying, trying to keep their power over the globe. They were probably hoping to get a bunch of like war reparations from us and the other powers too to like retain their economy. Holy fuck. But we don't know that. As far as we're concerned, we're doing well in the war, but it's still gonna be absolutely brutal to push them. We're landing? Well, I don't think we're gonna get the landing here, unfortunately. They're way too dug in. We're gonna take war reparations from them too. That's the fun part. I don't mean lump sum payments. I mean, we're gonna be taking actual just war exhaustions mechanically in the game from them. We are not gonna be trading with you, Bulgaria, nor you, Kosovo. As soon as we get our house in order, we're gonna be conquering those states again. They took advantage of this war to get their independence for now. Struggling people in Bas Congo have been desperately trying to get their hands on any food they can. Give food incentives. The radical movement is becoming popular, uncontrollable, and violent. Calls for revolution echo in the streets. Extreme measures may be necessary. We need more secret police. Let's max out home affairs. Automatic bottle blowers. Fucking North Africa? Revolted? Everyone's taking advantage of this war to go against us right now. Kosovo, Bulgaria, now North Africa. Fucking hell. Do we have any soldiers so you can even hold this right now? That was a lot of our military there too, by the way, guys. Like a lot. The secret police have sown terror throughout the ranks of the radicals. Already we are now seeing how effective such a force can be in the responsible hands of the state. There's a lot of covert assassinations going on back home. A lot of radicals are falling downstairs and hitting their head a little hard, which they fucking deserve. Man, the Americans are just breaking through right now in Burma. 250,000 of them. The song is so out of place in this playlist. Japanese want to trade again? Sure. A voice for liberalism currently on the rise has resonated with the professional interests. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. Not right now. Do we have any allies against the Maghrebi, or are we fighting alone here? The Japanese and Somalia are going to join against them. Madagascar, we did win in, by the way, finally. We lost a lot of the troops under Ferdela because we lost that territory. The Americans are doing fine here. I'm going to bring back Geo, and our resident ethno-nationalist is going to be sent to fight against the forces of the rebels in the Maghreb, North Africa. I think Geo will be quite capable in putting down that revolt. The professional interests have written a manifesto demanding the government make certain concessions in order to protect the public welfare and preserve liberty. If not, they hint that their more drastic action will be taken. God damn it, we'll give concessions to them here. We don't need more people revolting. Oh. That ain't it. You know what also would work very well right now? I think it's pretty in theme. A little early. We've met the rebel in the desert of North Africa. We will put him in his place. General Jamil al-Susawi. Not very capable. Their army is not nearly as good as ours right now. All of our veterans are going to destroy them. A radical liberal current in parts of Italy are causing local revolutionary activity. Montenegro. That's a good question, Spartan. I'm not even sure. What would make the North Africans want to rebel at this point? I'd say a lot of it would be like the fact that most of our military and our soldiers and our conscripts come from North Africa. A lot of our battalions and our ships are based out of this region, whereas all of our industry is in Italy. So all the good jobs, all the high-paying jobs, all the industrialization is only happening in Italy, and almost none is happening in Africa. But almost all the soldiers of Italy are coming from that region. So I think a lot of the people there would be fucking angry about that. Like, they have to fight in the wars, but they get none of the benefits of empire or of our country. So that'd be pretty good grounds for rebellion, especially with the communists, you know, talking into their ear constantly. King, that's a no. No. None of that. Dissidents in Sinai have announced plans for a major march around government offices. We are going to stop it, of course. That'd be, I think, my headcanon for why that would happen. It would be like not benefiting from industrialization at all, being forced to fight all the wars for Italy, and before that Sardinia, and then the communists just basically constantly, you know, egging them on. And they are going to get brutally put down for it. Hopefully. You know what would be a very good soundtrack to play right now, too? This one is even more fitting, actually. Not yet. No civil war yet. We're close, though. What's the percentage at? We need to try and win this war before 45%. Worst case scenario, our government may have to make concessions and give universal voting rights. But that's like... That's the unthinkable choice. We'll have to make a call. I'll let you guys decide if we get that close. I'm gonna do a poll for you guys to decide if we give concessions or if we start the civil war in the middle of this. We're not there yet, though. We have a little bit of time to keep fighting. The revolutionaries are planning for a civil war, but they're not there yet. We got pushed out there again as well. They declared bankruptcy. We know at this point that they have declared bankruptcy. That's why their armies can't fight us anymore. They get a huge loss in all their stats. Look at that, 49% loss of all stats. So at this point, our government would be made aware to the fact that the Chagatai have run out of funds, they have no gold, no treasury left, and they have so much debt now that they can't sustain their budget completely. I know it's not ticking down for them, Gargina. We'll actually have to take Beijing. Love you, Victoria 3. Proponents for liberal reforms are looking to spread their ideas to neighboring countries. Absolutely not. Contain it. Contain the disease. We're still a ways out from gas attacks, too. 27 months. Oh, what? Did I just see the Free States of America? Or is that bugged? I think it was bugged. That's strange. Or I'm having hallucinations. That's always possible. Well, with dissidents among the revolutionist socialists on the rise, ununiformed military interest members in Western Sahara have formed detachments to directly suppress the revolutionaries. State paramilitary. Fine by me. If they put down the communists and the leftists, they're allies of the state. We sighted another comet. Beautiful. Attempting to land again. We're not going to make it. We can't land on their eastern shoreboard. It's just way too defended. Garcia might be able to, though. We could send Costa to push the front in India, and we could try and see if Garcia can land. He's the one general I think we would trust it enough to potentially make this landing at this point. We give him the hard jobs. Japanese have sent forces there to help us with the rebellion. It's all Japanese fighting for us, basically. We won. The rebels have been put down in North Africa. So much internal problems right now, though. Our economy just fell completely again as well, by the way. Don't know if you guys noticed. We just lost so much coal, I don't know why. Might have been Kosovo and Bulgaria leaving, actually. That might have been what did it. Is it possible to do a world conquest as Ireland? It's certainly possible. It'd be very difficult, Roosh, but it is doable. World conquests are very tough in Vic 3, but they are doable if you know what you're doing. A lot of luck, honestly. Or just abuse of game mechanics, I suppose. Did he smash his head into the cell wall, or was he tortured to death? The official story that the anarchist-affiliated revolutionary died from cholera. So we made one of the anarchists disappear in Hawaii again. They're very unhappy about that. Fucking communists. They're such a silly people, honestly. He probably did it to himself. Oh shit, no, we can't afford that. If we get enough telephones, we can actually go with the upgrade to the governmental administration. I think we do have a few of them, right? Maybe not. No, we do actually. Let's create some demand for it. Build naval invasion again. We're gonna send Costa to northern India. When he arrives there, we are gonna send Garcia to start pushing in. Actually, we'll send Imbriani. The hero of the First Great War himself, Mikhail Imbriani. Surely, he can take the beaches of eastern Chagatai. If Imbriani can't do it, no one can. Another German civil war? No, it is a new one. My God, Germany, Jesus. The times of troubles indeed. Yeah, we are trying to push through the Himalayas. Yes, we are. We're not quite there yet, though. We're still fighting in the floodplains to the south, which is fairly flat. This is a very, very flat area. Very marshy, though. Lots of wetlands. We have fought several battles in the Himalayas already, though, and we've won them. Come on, we need to get this landing. Naval battle before we land. They actually sent out their most of their fleet to fight us here. Admiral Iskandar Memleva. That's a fucking name. He's actually a pretty good commander, but he's not going to win. Augustus Meducci, the legend, is going to put the Chagatai's navy at the bottom of the sea. And they have a fully modern navy, too. They have dreadnoughts like we do. That's terrifying. Ours is bigger, though. Sometimes size does count. Most of the time, actually. Another battle in the Himalayas. Oh, can you imagine this fighting, though? World War I style fighting through the Himalayas. Take a moment to imagine that. Nope. What's the casualty count at? Oh, fuck. We've lost 1 million. The Chagatai have lost 1 million. We've got 2 million wounded. We have spent 300 million on the war so far, by the way, folks. That's the total from all the allies. What did we spend personally? Personally, we have spent only 22 million on the war. America has spent 150 million. Jesus. And their economy is growing. As the flames of revolution encroach on Italian Moluccas, a violent strike has engulfed the Ambud munition plants. Fearing escalation and a further loss of profits, a cabal of Japanese shareholders have petitioned the government for immediate aid, offering the assistance of off-duty Japanese gendarmeries. So we're being offered support by the Japanese. Honestly, we could use the help, and the Japanese are old friends, so for once we will actually accept this. We're getting a little desperate here, not gonna lie. The radical liberal currents in parts of Italy are causing local revolutionary activity. Admiral Gallo, an associate of the Revolutionary Radical Liberals, is known to have some doubts about his convictions. It may be possible for us to use his hesitancy to the government's advantage. We're going to try and get him to push for reconciliation. And it failed. True, we're getting close to 100. Thank you, battle. I was not noticing that yet again. I will fight this out to the end, though. I don't really understand communism considering how they spread their message through lies and obfuscation of the truth and just monopolizing on the poor and disenfranchised, whipping them up into frenzy, but it always just takes one person from ambition and power, aka Stalin, to take over the party and ruin everything. And that they strive to build it, and throughout history, almost all communist separatists against revolutionary are almost always doomed to fail. That's a long conversation I'm not going to have right now, but I will say one thing on that. To get anyone to rise up against an institution that has existed for a long period, you do need to use a lot of whipping people up. If you want revolution, whether that's the violent kind or whether it's even the reform kind of getting people to vote, the average person won't do anything until you get them very hyped up. So I will say, that's not just the theme of communism, but any forms of ideology which are not the current ruling power. You have to get people invested and interested in making change when their natural state is just wanting to survive or continue with how things are. And yes, most communism has done horrible things throughout its history. Much like any government's ideology, they've done good, but they've also done a lot of bad. But we're not having the communism discussion right now. That being said, the legend himself, Mikhail Imbriani, has landed in Nanking on the beaches of the Chagatai for the first time of the war. A big moment. Let's see if he's gonna do what he did before. Personally march his army into the capital of our enemies and win the war for us. Where the fuck is their capital? I think it's like way in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? If I remember right. Somewhere really weird. Their capital is Turkmenia. in the steppe of Central Asia, in modern-day Uzbekistan. That's where their capital is. I don't know if Imbriani's gonna make it there. I'm gonna be honest. Well, you gotta remember, back in EU4, folks, the Chagatai, when the Mongolia split into like 4 different pieces, the Chagatai had this region right here. So this is their original territory they had. It's just that they conquered really quickly to the east, and then they invaded China and took all of that. So we assume that that's where their power base is, but it's not. They built their power in the west, in the steppe. So, damn. Population heat map? Yeah, sure. Fuck, 11 million people in Pennsylvania. Egypt's out of the war. They just peaced out. Fuck, that was a lot of soldiers. They were kind of holding up our eastern front here too. Oh man, now we have to push again in Central Africa. They got this back for some reason because Egypt occupied it. Man, this is gonna come down to the line here. How long to the revolution? 74%. When it hits 90%, that's when we're gonna have the vote about what we do here. I'll give you guys 3 options if we get that point for what we do. The radical liberal currents a part of Italy are causing local revolutionary activity to continue to advance. I'm gonna stop avoiding it. Sardinia. An event to commemorate the opening of an ornamental garden in Sassari, a revolutionary detonated an explosive device near Ferdinando Torres. The emperor survived, but the assassin died of his wounds before testifying. Fuck, he almost died. He's become scarred from the assassination like his father. 16 years old and almost murdered like his past 2 ancestors. Oh, that was close. He doesn't have an heir, folks, so I don't know what we'll do if he dies. That's when the succession gets very complicated. Come on, Imbriani, I believe! You beautiful bastard, don't you dare lose this! Oh, fuck. I missed. I'm gonna go do the save edit to get us our war exhaustion. Do not keep fucking us. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if we'll have an autosave after that event, though. That's the thing. Lore-wise, that happened, though. Whether or not the autosave is before or after the assassination. He still got almost killed. Has it gotten better since the loss? Switch it, Thule. It has. It still needs a lot of work, though. Should we RP peace at this point? Nope. This is a total war. So it'll be total capitulation of one side or the other. If we take most of mainland China, that's when I think we could peace out the Chinese. If we go into civil war and start losing that, we'll probably make a peace. If we bankrupt, we'll make a peace. But no, it's total war. The Chagatai aren't going to submit those sides, not unless they lose like all of China. They still could win this, to be fair. We don't have this in the bag. They would know that we are on the cusp of civil war, so roleplay-wise, it would make sense that even though they're bankrupt and barely functioning, they might be trying to hold out for us to go into civil war, to be fair, so. It's not like this is a sure thing still, it's just so fucking chaotic. Like I said, I'm gonna give you guys 2 options for what will happen if the Civil War launches. There's 2 different paths that can go. Fuck, it's after the save. I'll load the older one. Yeah, no Civil War on the Chagatai. They have really good secret police institutions maxed out. I think that's why it is. Cool, we're good. Love you, Victoria 3. Alright, the event did happen. We're fine. He's still scarred. How many communists are there at this point? $4 million revolutionist socialists, 1.5 million trade unionists, 1 million reformist socialists, 400,000 radical liberals. A lot, but not as much as you would think. To be fair, most people don't have voting rights, so. Oh, we're not making up any more ground here. Embryoni's slowed down. Let's land Garcia in the south. You know what? No, we'll land in the south. Christ. It's growing. Opportunistic members of the professional interests have defected to the socialist cause. God damn it, we're so close to a win here. Let's land Garcia. Can we not? He's locked in a battle, isn't he? Yep. The front split. God damn it. America's out. Oh, fuck. It's just us now. Sin Fardella. We also lost a general somehow. I think one must have died. We only have one big general in Italy right now. Will he die or never? We'll go with Filberto Bava Beccaris, or our other Italian general. We want him to have around 80 troops. We'll send him to hold the front in Myanmar. Oh man, this isn't looking good for us. We don't have enough troops. This is when we might need to start conscripting. Fuck it. We're going to conscript most of southern Italy right now. Yeah, we have the equipment to do it. All right, we're going to bring in another 150,000 conscripted soldiers. Come on, push it. Good. We actually pushed through the Himalayas, though. That alone is just insane. This game does not reflect how hard that would be. Kastar rivaled us. Embryoni is going to get defeated here, too. We've got the money. I'm going to call a full conscription at this point. Fuck it. We'd make that call. Actually, you know what? I've done a partial conscription. We're going to do another poll. You guys are all general staffs now. And Cesari making the hard call. It's a big decision to make, given this would probably make the Civil War go quicker. Alessandro Di Brachetti has repeatedly demonstrated his skill in flying. He is now a flying ace. Good. That makes him a way better general. Yeah, we essentially just have to hold everything ourselves now. Yeah, I made it their war goal site. They won't keep that. I'm going to save edit it. The thing that Chagatai actually wanted in this war is they want to puppet Brazil. So if we lose, one of the things they would get is they're going to puppet Brazil. They'd probably puppet like a country in the Yucatan is what I'll do as well. One of the Emperor's trusted minister, Augusto Antonelli, has been abducted by rebels and spirited away into a hidden location. The rebels have declared that Antonelli will be executed if the government does not ransom him. Send in the military. This is wartime. We're not gonna cooperate with terrorists. Fuck. How's that poll looking? All right, we're gonna conscript. Chagatai naval invasion. Oh fuck, they landed in Sardinia. Cagliario. We're not gonna hold, we're gonna push. We still hold Corsica. We're gonna immediately dispatch a general there and try and hold it. We have all those recently conscripted forces in Sardinia that we could use, so we're gonna send in all the green soldiers there. We are going to defend. We hold the absolute corner of Sardinia and Corsica, but Sarsari did just fall overnight. That would be a huge hit to our war support, though, not gonna lie. Full conscription. With revolutionary support growing in Sardinia, it's been suggested that the National Gold Reserve be moved to Italian Attica. Given that it just got looted by the Chagatai, I don't think that's a big issue. Yeah, if the communists want to fight, we're going to let them fight the Chagatai. They abandoned the front in Southeast Asia to make that play for Cesari, though, so we could use this to our advantage. It's just us and the Chagatai, like, duking it out right now. That's what it is, Ace. We're winning. We're pushing them back in Sardinia. Big. Oh, look at that. Big play. They can't push us in our home territory. Not a chance. Don't look at the budget. It's getting pretty bad, not gonna lie. That soundtrack was from the All Quiet on the Western Front movie. It had a very good soundtrack. Revolution is holding. It hasn't advanced for a little while here. Let's take advantage of that. We actually have enough war supplies for our conscripts as well. Holy crap. All right, Fridella, come on. You got to push this. We lost a lot of ground when the Americans left the war. Embriani needs to just start holding. We're not going to push this anymore. We're getting slaughtered there. Oh, it's brutal fighting in Sardinia. We're gonna have so much devastation there. That's gonna fuck up our economy. Can we win? It is doable. It will be very tough. We fully conscripted so we can kind of contend them now. We have 600 battalions when this is done. They have 1,600. If we get gas attacks, we can win. We are 11 months away from chemical warfare. Fembrella is kind of like gonna decide this war. If he can't push here, we lose. Or at least we'll have to make a peace deal. We're gonna tax groceries. No, both of our countries are going to be very fucked up after this war, no matter what. The Chagatai have now lost over 1 million men. God damn. Those are rookie numbers. Gas warfare is going to bump those up. Fernando Torres mistook an enemy in the professional interest. After accusing them of false charges, moderates have defected to the radicals. 82%. We have an election in 80 days as well. What? Sardinia exists? How the fuck? Someone has declared themselves to be Sardinia on the islands of Campo Verde. They're all starving to death, though. That is the weirdest shit ever. But alright. What is up, Digimon? Oh yeah, man. We are in the thick of it in the Second Great War. It's just us and the Chagatai left still fighting now. A lot of brutality, a lot of dead. Our secret weapons program is almost done, though. We can get this, we're gonna be in good shape. Then we need to get the Flamin' Waffen. Fuck you, game, let me click the button. Belligerent crowds have been getting increasingly provocative with confronting by troops in Italian Azores. Hardliners of the government demanding tougher responses. Disperse them by force. General Bakaris is winning again as well. God, the amount of battles that have happened in this war is insane. Troops in Nauru have reported more and more confrontations with mobs. Fighting will likely break out if nothing is ordered. Well, let's start fighting the mob. We have a new promising Pilo. Augusted Clavio. Sure. Actually, let's use him for propaganda. We could fucking use it. We need propaganda more than we need flying aces. Carcano Fortugueri of the Revolutionary Socialists is rapidly gaining popularity amongst the people. The radical socialist message of equality he espouses is proving especially appealing to the lower class. 85%. One more tick and I'm gonna do the poll. It's losing popularity. The revolution is losing progress. I don't know why, but wonderful. Don't complain, just accept it for what it is. All right, let's try and land Bakaris again. Fuck it, let's land Fardella himself. True, King, that is kind of what's happening. I think so many of them have been conscripted and are now being slaughtered on the front lines of our war in Asia and Africa. There's no one at home to protest. They're all in uniform. The right barely won the election again. Oh fuck, I didn't do this fucking edit. I'll load the autosave. Oh man, how long has this war been going on now? We've been doing this at least an hour. Thank you for the follow, Spectre. An hour and 20 minutes. Goddamn, 6 years already in game. Imagine if, like, the Great War, World War I, lasted for 6 years. I think, wasn't it 3 years IRL? 3 or 4 years, I thought. Yeah, 4 years. Okay. Oh, this is already double the length of, almost double the length of World War I. Oh, we're good. Up the speed a little bit here. A lot of these fronts we're just kind of waiting on to develop, really. We're gonna get our whole academics working on just military stuff right now. Yep, the right won the election by 3%. They're gonna stay in power. We got seaplanes. Not the most useful in the war. How far out are we? 4 months! 4 months and we get gas. Oh, fuck off. Magical teleporting lines here. Yes. That is crazy, though, that we actually push through the Himalayas. And we've lost a bunch of ground in the south. How the fuck did that happen? Sankosta to Sumatra? Oh, crap. They revolted? Okay. Haze. We're gonna lose a lot of territory there. No, because the war hasn't started yet, so we're actually fine. Here we go. Sink the Chagatai Navy, and then we're gonna land. Professional interests led by the wily Gabriele D'Annunzio, that's the fascist, have threatened to join the revolutionary forces. Really? If their demands are not met, fine. We'll give you what you want. Everyone's taking advantage of this situation. Everybody. We landed. Bardella has landed over 100,000 men on the southern coast of China. Weeks. Oh man, this is fucking brutal. We might just fight this war until fucking Hoi 4, honestly. This is wild. We're only 10 years away. A band of revolutionaries rumored to affiliate with the reformist socialists that overwhelmed a minor garrison in Tunisia. Let's go looking for them. Oh, we're about to have the civil war. Mobs have surrendered an arsenal in eastern Mali. We just managed to stop the war there. That was lucky. We almost had the civil war. Oh boy, that was close. Tanks were pretty far away from Gargina still. Chemical warfare, we've got it. We'll go NCO training. All right, let's modernize, boys. Chemical weapon specialists, let's do it. We get an event for that, actually, I think, right? Yes, we do. War crimes. Marcel Costa's use of mustard gas against a civilian population. Oh no. South Sumatra has branded him a war criminal. There are widespread calls to institute laws outlining acceptable conduct in warfare. We will absolutely do that after this war. Right now, we need it. All's fair in war. We will reflect on our actions when we have the ability to do so without existential loss of our empire. We don't have enough goddamn commanders over here. Can't afford to send Bakaris away right now. There we go. Knock out these rebels. I'm gonna send Bakaris to the south to take back Sumatra. And, oh, fucking Christ, one day, there we go. Come on. We got there. You just hold. We'll be alright. Look at the amount of casualties we're inflicting now in these battles. This is insane. Yeah, war score at it again. Sounds good. Or war exhaustion, I should say. The ruling military interest led. We got a new pilot we use for propaganda. Ruling military interest led by the charismatic Mikhail Imbriani have initiated a great promotional tour. The decision to focus efforts domestically or internationally has been left to the last minute. We'll go for at home. Popular support for the war. Imbriani is selling war bonds right now. We still haven't pushed them off of the island. We have them stuck in like in the southern corner. They're street fighting in Cagliari right now, but we have not entirely pushed them out yet. I'm gonna switch to defending, and then I'm gonna send Torlania to the front over here. Actually, no, not quite yet. General Agostino Bassan noting severe unrest in Sardinia has proposed using the army to suppress agitation. Absolutely. Whatever event too. A minor number of Italian nobility have been assassinated by revolutionary forces in Tunisia. We can't deal with that bureaucratic hit. Okay, I'm gonna save it at this, but you guys gotta make a decision right now. The revolution is gonna happen like in days, so the revolution is about to fire. I will give one option for us to stop it though right now, and you guys can vote on this while I go get something to drink. There's only one path forward. A delegation has come from the communists and the leftists who are preparing for the civil war, and they've given us an ultimatum. I mean, many of them would be nationalists in the sense that they would like Italy. So I feel like a lot of the communists wouldn't want to fight the civil war right now, but they'd also want what they want. So here's our options. Everyone watching, you are all now members of parliament in the left and right coalition ruling who has to make a very hard call, which will decide everything for the future, really. I'll be right back. Good timing. Voting reforms? Okay. So be it. We are going to give concessions to the communists. At a meeting in Napoli, the governments of Ferdinando, is that who it is now? I forget. Yep, Ferdinando Torres and the liberal right coalition government made a deal with the communists there in the middle of the Second Great War to give universal voting rights to all the people of Italy in exchange for a halting and a violent civil war with the radicals. I'll have to go save it if it doesn't automatically do it for us, so we'll see. Oh, I did fire it. Okay. I have to go to save it then. One moment. I'm also just going to use a save edit then to force us to adapt that law right now. We won't even try and put it through Congress. The deal would be instant, so I'll do it that way. There is a command for this, I think. If there is not an edit for this, we are going to be a little bit fucked. 99% sure there is, though. I think I did it before for a video edit I did. Cool. All right, we've been forced to pass universal suffrage, and as a result, the revolution has been halted. I'm going to run with this cheat on for a little bit until it... There we go. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, we gave up the concession. Every man, not women yet. Every man in Italy is now able to vote. Every single one. And as a result, the revolution... God damn it! I love you, Victoria 3. I love you so much. War exhaustion as well? Yeah. Okay, let me fix all this. I love this game and I hate this game so much at the same time. Earlier save? Yeah, I think we may have to do that. True, Korvik. Concessions never go well, as I think we've learned so far, making concessions time and time again to them. But we've had no choice, really, so... They're using their position pretty well. Hold on. I'm gonna play a song while I do the edit, just kind of in theme here. I guess this one's the good one. Time period almost accurate. That's the law. And that should stop it. Let's see if this works. Yep, there we go. Alrighty, continue the war. Send him back to... Fuck, wrong button. Oh well. Anyway. Communist Italian song over. Oh, this war is unending. I mean, this is so like cataclysmic for both of our countries, though. We're fighting for the burning ruins of what's left of the world and Asia in our countries. God damn, he is rolling. Garcia is really pushing north now. Easier way to see the battles is actually over here. Fuck is this? Oh, we got close on that one. That's our military equipment. We need radios, but we can't produce them. Yeah, we can't go to Dreadnoughts. We don't have radios. You're not pushing anymore. We need to start holding here. As soon as this battle is done. China's pretty fucked up. You gotta be kidding me. Just hold. Just hold. We'll be okay. We're holding in Southeast Asia, we're pushing in Central Asia, and we are holding in the East. Because Victoria 3's war system is fucking broken. That's mainly why. Like I said, if we hit their capital, or if we take China, I'm gonna get the peace here, but we're still a ways off from that, honestly. Oh my god, Imbriani actually won a battle there. He's 60 years old now too. Man, he's aged so much. He was a young man when this war started. What's the casualties up to now? I'm gonna have to do another war exhaustion edit. A lot. Chagatai have lost almost 2 million now. Doesn't look good. It's the fucking cocaine addict bandit war criminal. Fuck. War criminal. Kill rate 10% increase. He is fucking hated. That's that guy we didn't fire, by the way. He's the one who became the war criminal for using mustard gas in Sumatra. All that cocaine. Not good for you. Did it again. God damn it. Alright. We're at it again. There's a certain group in our country, King, I think, who would really like Costa, though, not gonna lie. He'd be pretty popular in certain circles in Sassari. I also don't know how much longer I want to stream this. Because I'm getting a little tired and I want to go make some dinner. Fuck, I thought we'd be able to get through the Great War in like an hour or so, but nope. Not at all. Want to check the Chagatai? Sure, why not? It could theoretically go into Hoi 4. That is possible. That'd be wild. I'm gonna max the speed out too. I don't normally like to do this, but this war is just a fucking slogfest. That's all it is. Oh, 92 million. South African company wants to join our customs union. They're independent? They are. South Africa got independence from the British and they want to join our customs union. Absolutely. Oh, 100%. That is a surprise, but a welcome one. Damn. Maybe they'll actually have coal. Oh Lord, he coming! Garcia pushing into the Qing, or not the Qing, my bad, China. He cannot be stopped. No one can hold our man here. The reserved flying ace pillager. Fuck him. The casualty differences we're dealing now are insane. Oh boy. New front randomly opens in the middle of Southeast Asia. Nice. Completely reasonable. Fucking 2 months. Are you kidding me? We're gonna have to take the L. We're pushing, and a new front opens. God damn it! Wait, we can send him. Oh, big. Garcia is trying to meet up with the armies we have in the south here. He's almost there. He should be going the other way. We need him going towards the fucking capital is what we need. He's not going to win that one, though. Close, but no cigar. They still have bankruptcy, or are they out of it yet? They're no longer bankrupt. That is not good. I do like how I could run speed 5 in 1928 and not have much stuttering. That's kind of nice. They will speak our fucking language. Another front. Oh, that's not good. They had to pull all their troops out of Africa to sustain the lines they have in Asia, though. That's huge. We're gonna win in Africa now. They pulled out completely from Western Africa. They entirely pulled out. Big. There goes Southeast Asia. Yeah, we're close. 74%. All right, we're starting to push towards their capital now, finally. We need an edit, don't we? My gosh. Woo. I think we win this. At the current rate, I think we do win this. Our tech has kind of jumped a little bit ahead here, and I think that'll be enough to carry this. I mean, we will have to... The amount of people we're going to lose taking this is going to be crazy, but I think we win this. We're going to pay by blood for every mile, but we will get it. Unless the rebels pop up again. That's an interesting perspective on Vic 3 Navo. Nice. To be fair, I did hear crazy reviews of this game. Some of them from YouTubers. I'm tempted for us to like do a naval invasion of Archangelisk up here, but there's no way we could carry something out like that in this time period. Where are the casualties up to? 1 million and 2 million. That's not even taking it into account civilian deaths. Can you imagine how many civilian deaths would be occurring in China right now during this war? It'd be a lot. If for no other reason than they literally went bankrupt. Yeah, you can literally see the population of the Chagatai stop and start to go down since the start of the war. Look at that. You can see on this graph right where we started the Second Great War. It's pretty clear right where that begun. Oof. I mean, for no other reason than I think most people in the Qing would be Qing. Keep saying that. The Chagatai would be starving right now, honestly. We are not giving you a white piece. Dog, you are not gonna win that push. You need to stop. Garcia, come on. Go for the capital. What are you doing? We landed. We did take back Sardinia as well, by the way. They got pushed out. we just out of employees right now, or what's going on? Look at the economy for a minute, too. No, we've got labor. Probably just the taxes. Oil in Zulia. Iron in Martania. Synthetic plants. Honestly, just more steel at that point. Yeah, no, the peace deal is going to be extreme on any side that loses here. Fuck. It's an NGO. Reminds me of a thing I read from a Soviet time capsules, a note from veterans who wrote, "We salute you those who live without war." I remember reading about that. There's another one they opened up from the Soviet Union a while back, and there's some pretty depressing stuff in there. About, you know, still being a prosperous Soviet state, and it's like, well, not quite. We are not white piecing your ass. Not happening. Oh my god, are we gonna win this? Yeah, that's the one. We're jealous of all of you who are celebrating the centennial of the Soviet motherland. Oh god, 500,000 in deficit right now to construct, and we need to construct. We're not taking any war reps right now. If it's bugged, I'm not too sure about that, actually. Nope. It's all military goods. 700,000 of our expenses are just for military goods. Cost of the war has just caught up to us at this point. I mean, it's been almost a decade of this shit. We have lost 1 million and 2 million are wounded. The Chagatai have had 2 million die and have had almost 4 million wounded. The cost of the war for us is 100 million. The cost of the war for them is 230 million. Fucking brutal, man. Thousand cuts here. We gotta hold. We're not winning in the north anymore. Statue of Emperor Ferdinando Torres has been commissioned to Mauritania. We got it. Alright guys, I'm calling it for today. Holy fuck, I didn't expect this war to go on this long. We're gonna continue this next Saturday. I thought we'd have a nice quick little war in and out, lots of fun. No, 9 years later, and we're staring down the barrel of a ways to fucking go for this war. So I'm ending here tonight. I want to grab some dinner and chill. So we'll continue this next week. I did not expect this war to turn into this. I thought we'd either get destroyed very quickly or we'd win very quickly. But it literally just turned into World War I style stuff. We've been slogging it out for almost a decade. We might fight this in the Hoi 4. I'm not opposed. I won't force us not to. So yeah, we're calling it here for the night. Fucking this war, dude, is insane. It's fun, but insane. All right, guys, we'll call it here. I will be back Saturday. I will be streaming Grand Campaign, 2 p.m. as usual. I should be. I do have relatives coming in for a funeral and stuff, so there may be some issues with stream schedule. I'm not too sure, but should be next Saturday. And then more, hopefully not buggy Victoria 3 roleplay for Japan next Sunday. Hope you all are enjoying, and I hope that we win this war next week, because my god, we need to. This is for everything, going into Hoi 4 and then going into Stellaris. So have a good night, guys.